rats in town can't figure where they lay. He took all my planning and just threw it all away. He have to wait to see what happens every day. Hey, but I'm not one of those guys. Hi, this is Tony. Welcome back. Remember to subscribe, follow, and like our videos. It would really help us out a lot. Today, I wanted to have a little bit of a statement on something that has perplexed me. That's a growing trend that I see. There's a gentleman from Porcupine Tree, very talented guy named Steven Wilson, who's absolutely everywhere now, and I just cannot understand for the life of me, despite how talented he is, what the interest is in him taking a record made by somebody else 20 years ago and releasing his version of it today. And I saw that Dweezil Zappa just did one with the Deep Purple record, Machine Head. This is kind of a weird thing going on. Other people's mixes, other people's impressions of the art. It's always been my feeling, and I feel the same way about changes and reissues. I was really upset back in the days when Frank Zappa redid parts of Rolling in It for the Money and Reuben and the Jets back in the times where, you know, he said that the master tapes had deteriorated. And that's at least the problem, I think, with a lot of what they did was the sounds really didn't match up. There was no effort to try to make them sound of the time of the other recording, and they just sounded kind of crazy. It sounded ridiculous. You had an 80s sounding drums overdubbing an album that was deteriorated from the 60s. And the deterioration is really the issue. And that's probably why somebody's taken a stab like Steven Wilson. And I've been very critical online of the whole industry. I don't understand it. I don't understand why a band like Gentle Giant or Jethro Tull would say, here, you mix our record. I don't get it. I'm interested personally, and I know I'm an old man, it's maybe griping, but I'm interested in an artist's vision at the time of the release, the time of the creation. This is where they were. This is their hand. This is what they think it sounded like. And warts and all, no matter where it falls, that's your album. There are no redos. Now, I guess in this new world, there are redos. And I guess people come back and they rework Dark Side of the Moon. They rework these things. But to me, they really don't have much interest. What I'm interested mostly in myself is that an artist's integrity and an artist mixing is their intention at that time. That's what a record to me is, of a time. If you allow another view on it later or somebody to come back later, isn't the artist really Dweezil Zappa and Deep Purple? Isn't the artist really Steven Wilson and Gentle Giant? You can almost say the same about these heavy-duty remastering where lots of processing is being used by some of these people. It's almost questionable as to whether or not, with how much it's changed, that you should put them in as an artist. Personally, I would rather have something brand new than something changed or repaired or something redone or something replaced so that you could hear it better. Let's put it in the mix over here. We had it here at the first time, and that's what we've been listening to for 20 years. But now let's put it here because there's more space. And I make records myself. I understand that. I understand that about acoustic space. I understand mixing, and I understand clarity, and I understand there are some records that are poorly done. In fact, I have stories, and I'll tell you a detailed story later about it, about the first time I heard White Light, White Heat, Velvet Underground. I thought there was something wrong with the player. I thought my tape player was broken. There was something wrong with the head of it. But it wasn't. It was the way it sounded. And that's the record. That's what it was. You can hear them clearer. You can hear them better, obviously. But it comes a time where it's really the artist's choice. And I really have a problem with a lot of these things being done 20 and 30 years after the fact. I know there's interest in them. I know they're selling. I know they're probably good and they're entertaining. But to me, in a way, it's artificial. It's cheating. You either record the record and mix it in 1973 or you do it in 2014. You don't do both. You don't get shot one then and then, oh, let's change things here 30 years later. I just don't like that. I don't think, I think it invalidates the art. I think it invalidates the intention of the artist to an extent of the change. That's my feeling. I know other people have another feeling. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And remember to subscribe if you can. And we'll be back at you next time. Thanks.